and Jerry. Don't worry, it's only an hour long, and most days it doesn't suck.
All right, here we go. It is 5:01. It's Monday. It's a new week. If you're slow getting out of bed, get your ass out. The Eddie Schizzeri, great to see you. And Al Obidukes, how are you?
Good morning, Jerry. Twitter was abuzz.
Over what?
Well, Saturday that you were doing a solo show over at the CBS Sports Radio Network. A lot of people were hitting me up on Twitter. Will you call in?
People were looking for you. That is true. And I had a couple, not many calls. I had a couple calls, though, that called in wondering where you were.
Yeah, I take 2 days off. I decompress. Jerry, I'm a sponge for sports on the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm like a dry sponge, and then sports is my water.
What was your take on the Knicks yesterday, and where did they play?
The Knicks? No idea. They're out of it, though, Jerry. I'm a sponge.
Yesterday, yes. But yesterday was, if you want to see the future of the Knicks, was actually a very good day.
Is that right?
It was a very good day. What were your thoughts on Kevin Durant Saturday night?
I did see that he put up a career-high 55.
Where? And
they lost. Where did you say, Jerry?
Wait, no, you can't peek. You said you're a sponge and you're sucking up the water. Suck up some basketball for me.
Sports is my water, Jerry. I'm like a bounty quicker picker-upper, and sports is the spill.
You're like, actually, you're the Pathmark version of the paper towel.
Yeah, like sports. We're going to need another role.
They were in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yes.
Oh, that where that one fella crushes them. I can't think of his name right now. Trey something.
Well, we are off to a great start.
Hold on, Trey something, right?
Yes. The last name would be good for the sports soaker-upper. Whatever you called yourself.
The quicker picker-upper?
Trey Young.
Trey Young, right.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, boy.
Woo-hoo. I did watch, though, Jerry, since I told you I'm a new fan of college basketball.
Yeah.
I put on it. The first game.
It was terrible.
Kansas,
Oh, God.
Villanova.
You were going to say Vanderbilt.
I was. I put that on at the start of the second half, and it was already like...
The game, if you missed the first 5 minutes of that game, you missed the game.
Well, I was at a restaurant when the game started, so I could see the scores, but I couldn't see what was going on. I was like, oh, my gosh, it was already like...
Kansas bum rushed them.
Yeah, rushed them right off.
It was no game.
But then when I got home, I put on the second half. And then I was like all excited to watch Duke, North Carolina, Jerry. And I watched the first half, and then the long halftime show...
Knocked you out?
Put me to sleep.
Yeah, I hear you. It was a good game.
I saw it was a great game, and then... So in the morning when I woke up, I was reading all the stories about it, get down to the wire, and I said, you know what, let me check out the YouTube highlights. Yeah. A 12-minute highlight package, which is very extensive.
Yes, very much so.
But I must say, as someone who watches extensive baseball highlight packages and NFL highlight packages, and I feel like I'm in those games, I felt very disconnected with just the highlight package for the college basketball.
Well, also, that game had a huge feel to it, a historical sense to it.
And you don't get that.
You don't. Absolutely, you 100% don't. But it was a good game. It ended the way, Duke haters wanted it to see it end. And I hate to say it, but that poor kid that missed, I don't know if it was in the highlight package, the missed free throws. Yeah. I mean, killer. Foul shots win ball games. And it was glaring in that game. But... whatever, and they move on, so you get North Carolina and Kansas tonight.
What time is that tip-off?
This is amazing to me. I actually thought the game tipped off at 8:30, which I thought is late, but I understand for the West Coast. It doesn't tip till 9:25.
9:25?
Yeah. I think coverage, we start, I got to check. I think at least 9 o'clock we'll have it on the fan, but it's 9:20 or 9:25 is the tip tonight.
I'll already be up for my second time to urinate in the middle of the night.
At 9:25.
My prostate.
Think about that. By halftime, you've gotten up 3 times. It's late. It really is.
Yeah, that's late.
I don't know why I thought 8:30. And then when I saw it this morning, I'm like, damn. Even last night, no joke, I wanted to watch UConn, South Carolina last night. And I went at 7 p.m. Oh, actually, 2 things here. Number one.
Was that the women's game?
Yes.
You're putting on women's basketball?
It's UConn.
Very progressive.
Well, it was UConn. It's the national championship game. I figured, why not? And I thought it started at 7, and I go to ESPN, and it's the pregame show. I'm like, come on. And then you see, time to tip, That game didn't tip off until 8:20. So they lost me on that. I watched the first couple of minutes. It was 11-2 South Carolina. Didn't like the feel. Went to bed. But I could not believe that the Final Four, unless I missed something, was not on CBS.
Yeah, it was not.
It was on TBS and whatever.
Exclusive to TBS.
Why wouldn't that be on Channel 2?
I don't know.
How does that make any sense?
Makes no sense.
I was stunned by that.
Unless TBS demanded it as part of this package, but that's very
CBS
strange.
owns the rights. Do they? Am I wrong about that?
No, they do, because Mr. Jim Nantz was doing the game.
Right. So why would you not put you had North Carolina Duke, and I understand everybody and their brother, streams and has not everybody has cable though. That's not on free TV.
Right. Like I had to go to Gina's house to watch it because cord cut, Jerry.
You didn't have time out on the Paramount Plus app. You don't get TBS.
No.
Wow.
You do not.
So you had to go over.
Yeah. I had to watch the first part in an Irish bar and the second part at her house.
And then you passed out on the couch.
And I passed out.
That really took me by surprise.
I found, now again, as somebody who's new to this.
Watching sports. That's a genuine laugh, by the way, everybody.
Final Four.
Oh, okay.
I find it part of me was wanting Kevin Harlan to call one of those games. How does Jim Nantz get both games?
Jim Nantz is because it's the same venue.
Yeah, no, I understand that part.
He gets the games. He gets the Final Four.
Even that's weird to me that it's in the same venue.
I guess. I mean, I've been around it enough now where you see the doubleheaders, or in some cases 2, 3, 4 games.
Yeah.
Where it's just game after game after game. So it's kind of neat the way they clear the court, and it is cool.
I would have thought Nantz would be like, I'll do one of these games. I'm not doing both.
Nantz is probably making $20 million a year.
Yeah.
Call the games.
And that also gives the appearance that the games move fast. You're doing 2 games.
College
and they
basketball
do move fast.
Does move fast. That's the beauty of it.
You're correct. That is the beauty of it. And that's what is now drawn me to it.
Yeah. If you're a 21st century fan and you can't stand the pace of baseball, watch college basketball. Because it's up, it's down. You can get bad games where there's a million fouls called for sure. But if you get a game that's officiated well and they let them play, it's like very little stopping. You know when the timeouts are coming, under 16, 12, 8, 4. So you know when you got a break coming. It's just a pleasure to watch.
Yes, it was a pleasure, Jerry.
Look at you.
I will say this, too. Another thing that I noticed while watching college basketball versus the pros.
They try.
1, they try, yes.
Yeah.
2, for the most part, there are a lot less tattoos.
Okay. I don't think I've noticed that, but all right.
Did. That first game on Saturday, I didn't see a tattoo. Then in the second game, there were some tattoos, but not most people.
Whereas
in the
an
NBA,
NBA
most
game,
people
almost
have
all
tattoos.
of them. Yeah, that's probably true.
Even the referees are tatted up in the NBA. So I was like, wow, I wonder when I guess you get tattoos once you get to the NBA.
Didn't you know they actually shirtless? Those are stripe tattoos.
Were tattoos.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really noticed that, to be quite honest, but makes sense.
I thought, I guess maybe once you get to the NBA, you're like, now
they're making cash.
Now let's get some tattoos, or like the other NBA players, like you're great and all in college. We got to get you some tattoos. And that was the other thing, like watching some of the Duke players cry, like then their basketball career is essentially over, right? They're
At least college.
At least college.
A lot of those guys can go play professionally in Europe.
Yeah,
a lot of them.
But there was one kid who was really upset. I wish I knew his name. I wish I followed.
You got to remember though,
sports.
You got to these kids put a lot into this, and especially if they're a senior and that's it. Like your college career just came to a very abrupt end, and you'll always be a Duke, of course, a Blue Devil, but your college career is over. You're not playing at Cameron Indoor anymore. That's it. Now what's the next chapter?
The players seem to be closer than the NBA players.
They are. Of course they are, because they don't have families in a lot of cases. Some do, but in a lot of cases, they don't have families yet. They're not married for the most part. They spend every waking moment together. Like, again, I'm only because I'm with Rutgers. I see how much time these guys hang out together. They become like family. And then the NBA comes, someone gets married, they have children, and it's like it's really work.
Yeah. I'm going to follow it next year. I'm going to need to pick a team.
How about Rutgers?
Rutgers, you say? All right.
And you can be my
Rutgers.
guest at a game.
I will come. I promise.
Here we go. This is
I
the
know. I
third straight
promise,
year you've said
Jerry.
this.
A Saturday afternoon game. I'm coming.
All right. How about Saturday night?
And a Saturday night. Sure.
They usually play Saturday night or Sunday afternoon. There could be a Saturday afternoon
night
game, I suppose.
Saturday night.
All right.
It'd be like, look at me doing something on a Saturday night.
And you can tweet it out, and people will come see you.
I'll take a photo with you, selfie style.
I'm sure you will take photos with many people there.
Yeah, that'll be great, Jerry.
All right, I will hold you to that.
Then one of the other things that happened in the game, I don't know if you saw this. I'm sure it would be impossible if you watched the games not to see this. The laptop that had the sticker that said "Guster is for lovers."
Correct. I don't know what Guster is, but I never looked
Guster
into
is a
it.
band.
Oh, okay.
I'll play one of their songs coming out of break. And it's a guy, Matt Norlander. He's a CBS sports college basketball writer. And he had this big sticker, and I guess it was getting distracting on TV. He was going to have to peel it off.
Really?
But instead they moved a monitor in front of it because of the position that Coach K took on the sideline. His Guster is for lovers.
And where he was positioned.
Yeah. So evidently he loves the band Guster. And he says he uses that big sticker so that his laptop stands out and doesn't get stolen. It's like if you were going to steal a laptop and you saw a couple three or four that looked the same, and then one had a giant Guster is for lovers sticker. And then the band Guster was very excited.
I'm sure they were. That's free publicity.
Free publicity.
Absolutely.
Guster is for lovers.
I'd never heard of that band. That is kind of cool, though. I thought it was a town. I figured it was like, Virginia is for lovers.
Virginia is for lovers, yeah. I'm going to play a song when we come back from the break that I would say
play the Coach K
will be their most popular. So if you don't know that one, you probably don't know Guster.
I don't know the band.
But a lot of people know Guster. They're somewhat sleepy douchey, that Gia would say, probably.
I look forward to hearing it then.
But Guster is for lovers,
Did you see one thing from this game, too, post-game? Not like Guster, but did you see the tweet that Nike sent out?
I did. I don't remember it.
They wrote out, and there was a little tribute to him, I guess a little video piece, but the written part, the text was, you can't spell coach without K.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
And then everybody, because they're trying to say, like, he's the coach, so Coach K. Like, that's it. And everyone's like, no, actually, you can. C-O-A-C-H. There's no K.
Right.
And people just railed on it, which was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be, I saw an article written about it. I thought, maybe they took a really mean shot or something.
No, they were trying to be clever and creative, and people took offense to it.
Shocking.
Like someone sat in a conference room and tried to figure out how can we pay tribute to Mike Krzyzewski, and they came up with that, and they got slammed for it. It's pretty funny, actually.
Bad job by Nike.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I know what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
And so that be that. So Coach K, see ya. Got to go.
So
not a storybook ending. In either, think about this. They had a really good season, not a great season.
Duke.
Yes.
Duke is Duke.
Because they didn't win in the Cameron Indoor finale to North Carolina. Mm-hmm. They didn't win the ACC tournament. And they didn't beat North Carolina in the Final Four. As good as their season was in his final year, there's a lot of pain and agony down the stretch the last month.
Yeah. So now he's out. Now he goes into retirement.
2 of his last 3 losses to North Carolina. That's a killer for him.
That is a killer.
And did you see Roy Williams, which they've made as Jim Nantz would say, a meme of?
I did see he was in the stands, right?
He looked great.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, why are you not still coaching?
He looked very
jumping up
young
and down.
and spry.
Yeah, good for him. He was into it.
Hey, good for you, Roy Williams.
Good for you. And then in Chapel Hill, you saw all those fans that were going crazy. And then in Duke, they had I get that it's important to people. They had video of students who, let's be honest, they've been there for 2 years, crying like come on.
Crying that Duke basketball lost?
Give me a break. Yeah. You want to tell me a 77-year-old man who's been invested in Duke basketball for the last 65 years? Okay. A 20-year-old?
Right.
That's crying like a baby? Knock it off. Go have another drink and go away. We'll see you tomorrow.
You beers. They're drinking beers, Jerry.
Of course they are.
Some people get sad when they drink beers. And they get reminiscent, and they reminisce about their 2 years of being a Duke fan. And how sad!
Their 2 years
how
of being
sad
a Duke fan.
So who's going to coach them?
I forget. They do, and I forget who it is because you had the whole thing with Tommy Amaker. That was who I think Duke wanted, and Krzyzewski vetoed it.
Even though he's getting,
you're just finding this out.
What?
Yes. Yeah, so Tommy Amaker's at Harvard, played there, has done a really good job at Harvard, as we know, was at Seton Hall, too, for a while. And I think Duke wanted him. Krzyzewski, I believe, is maintaining an office there at Duke.
To do what? Come in and read the paper?
I don't know.
Have his morning coffee?
And I think he vetoed Amaker replacing him, and I'm forgetting who they gave the job to. I'll check during the break. So anyhow, that's the first part. We got Boomer and Gio coming up at 7 o'clock. Lots to do, just getting started. Al and Jerry until 6 on the Fan.